it's sold out in 76 minutes, and people that...
Oh, it's sold out!
People that order it now get it within 4 weeks still.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. How are you doing, Nick?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am higher than Beyonce's taxes right now, but I figured that there was no better time than now to sit down and talk about Tana Mongeau. Now, I haven't made a video about Tana Mongeau in a while now. When was the last time you talked about Tana?
Oh, the last time that I talked about Tana, it just not in passing, because I know she has been mentioned in some videos, but a full video, I think it probably has to do with the fragrance that she came out with.
That was the last time?
Well, no, I feel like there's been so many scandals with Tana.
There's always a scandal or a scam with Tana, but in her most recent podcast with Brooke titled "Tana is Getting Major Surgery," she addressed her perfume a little bit. She addressed it in Tana's way, right? So of course Tana didn't own up to anything. She didn't admit to anything, and I feel like she was kind of like taking the piss out of Jordan for a little bit. So I wanted to come on here and talk about it because a lot of people forget about the scams that Tana has done over the years. There's been the Kenza Cosmetics scam.
Didn't Gabby Hanna get caught up in the Kenza Cosmetics scam?
Yeah, she got caught up because of...
Was that the brushes, though, where she was like, you need to manage your expectations?
Yes.
Wow, talk about a fucking throwback.
Yeah.
Manage your expectations a little bit.
Tana's also been part of like these iPhone scams. There's always like TanaCon.
Girl, TanaCon.
Anything you set your imagination to, Tana has done it and then some.
I will never fucking forget that guy just going back and forth on that little segue, like he was like the boss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting through.
Yeah.
Girl, sit
what
down.
was that guy? Michael
Weiss, I believe his name was.
Nothing wise about
this
it.
fragrance, though, the drama originally was the bottle. Like she said, it was like custom to her. It was like perfected in Tana's eye, and then it was a bottle that Hot Topic used. You can get it at Alibaba.
Oh yeah, girl. Well, it was like the more we looked, the more we found. So we're gonna get into that in this video. So if you are here for that, stay tuned. But you guys, for context, I'm gonna put in a clip from Tana Mongeau's podcast with Brooke. I just want to say, have you listened to them?
I have listened to their podcast, and I do enjoy it.
Some of it's fun, but this one specifically, Brooke is so like Valley Girl, and it feels like Tana's trying to match her energy. She's like, yeah, and we know them, and they know us. It's very like, oh, girl, gag me with the fucking spoon. But you guys, check this out.
I will never forget when I released my perfume. I released my perfume, and I'd been so excited to make a perfume for so long, and I finally, like, my manager found what I was told to be the most prestigious perfume company. And we curate my scent forever. And I say that I want a bottle. I say I want it to be a skull. This was like really my emo phase.
You were really in your emo phase.
I was really in my emo phase. And I am told that this is just like, everything is curated to me. You know what I mean? Like, we made you this bottle. We made you this scent. We made you this, and this. And my manager's just going so hard on me for the launch and like, get it done. That was like one of our biggest fights looking back. It was kind of on MTV. I released the perfume and I'm fighting so hard for my life saying like this, we curated this. Come to find out the bottle was just like on Alibaba.
Oh, man. You got an Alibaba bottle?
I don't know if it was literally Alibaba, but like...
Oh, no.
Like,
it was cute.
Like,
well, here's my question is how many different ways can you make a skull? Like, a skull only looks one certain way.
Okay, so in this podcast, Tana's basically saying she didn't know anything of what was going on. She just was led to believe that they were curating the best possible product for her, and she was going to put her name on it and sell it, right? You know how hyped up it was, girl. It sold out within like the first, 45 minutes? Yeah, we bought it.
And it did not smell bad, but it was like a ripoff of like another fragrance.
It was, and that's the tea about it. So originally I ordered, Tana by Tana. That was the name of it. Yeah. And I bought it and I waited, and to begin with, it was kind of scammy because remember, I ordered it and then it said I would get it in like a month or something. And it didn't originally say that when I ordered it. And then they were having issues with Apple Pay. There was a lot going on with this website. So I started digging into it. And apparently this was Marvelous Beauty. And I made a video about it. I'm going to put some clips in from my previous video about this because it was kind of like a deep dive. And basically this is kind of like, I guess, what you would consider a white label situation where you could pick out the things that you wanted and they could put it all together for you. Now, in this podcast, Tana's basically making it out like she wasn't aware that that's what was happening. Making beauty personal. We create custom cosmetics and fragrance lines for stars of all media. Committed to quality. Quality should never be compromised. I think they meant compromised. We work with only the best, and your beauty products will be produced by companies and chemists that work with brands such as Estee Lauder, Maybelline, Huda Beauty, Ulta Beauty, Kat Von D, Jeffree Star, Sephora, etc. 100% creative control. We want you to be completely happy, which means you will have 100% creative control over your beauty line from the start to finish. You will be able to work directly with the designers, chemists developing your products so that your vision can be brought to life the way you imagined it. One-stop shop. Whether you wish to create your own cosmetics line with eyeshadow palettes, lipstick, lip gloss, eyeliner, mascara, etc., or custom make your own fragrance, we can make it happen. To keep it simple, we facilitate and guide you through all steps in the process, including initial ideation, design, testing, production, dedicated website, and full service fulfillment. And then it says, full funding available for select clients. If you have a following and engagement that is significant, Marvelous Beauty will fund the production of your product lines. Contact us to apply for full funding program. Please provide social media handles.
Okay, but as you're sitting here saying that, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, how hands-on is Tana when it comes to a collaboration? Is this a situation where her name is just getting, like, licensed out and Tana's like, yeah, sure, I'll take the money? Mm-hmm. Is it one of those things? So maybe she didn't know everything that was going on. Girl. I don't, just personally, from like seeing Tana around social media, she has gotten better. Like, Tana has matured a little bit. People will be shocked to hear that. But when it comes to business and a lot of things that Tana has done, it kind of does give the vibe of not being that. I mean, TanaCon. TanaCon, not being that hands-on.
I don't think that it was a convention. She was just conning people.
No, she was not hands-on at TanaCon. That's for sure.
No, anytime somebody brings up TanaCon, I just can't forget that girl that was like on the stretcher. Remember Shane Dawson put her in the like series that he did with Tana?
She was so parched. Girl, standing out there in that heat. What was she thinking? Well, that guy's on his fucking Segway going back and forth. Yeah. Hydrated. Fucking asshole.
So here's the kicker. After I found out what Marvelous Beauty was, I started digging a little bit more and I found out that they had previously worked with another YouTuber on a fragrance, and her name is Alicia Amore. Now, I believe that she's like of the younger generation of YouTubers. I don't think she does YouTube anymore, but she had a fragrance with this company, and I think she even may have done 2 of them.
I wonder why she walked away.
I don't know. I think it was one of those situations where she became like overwhelmed with it. Yeah. And she had to either pick like live her life or do YouTube.
She didn't like the attention, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I think that's what it was. I ended up buying her perfume as well as Tana's, and I compared them, and I remember them being like very similar. Like when I would spray it, it would smell different, but after it sat for maybe like 10 minutes,
is this the same company? Is this the same company that did Iggy Azalea's?
I don't know. I think
that it might be because I bought Iggy Azalea's. I still have the bottle of that. I should go get that real quick. Hold on.
Okay. There is another YouTuber that I am not familiar with at all. I did watch a few of her videos. She seems very sweet, but I think that she has stepped away from YouTube. And her name is Alicia Amore. She actually came out with her own perfume with this same brand called Marvelous Beauty, and it is called Royal. This perfume actually smells really, really, really good, but it also smells very, very, very similar to Tana by Tana. I don't think it would say Marvelous Beauty on it.
Well, no, but I think that we did buy this because there's something that says made in the USA, manufactured in USA for perfume. Yep, Marvelous Beauty. That's why we bought it right there. So this is from the same company that did Tana's, but this fragrance, here, hold my mic. Hold it like Wendy Williams. You have to hold it out. Okay, so this fragrance, I think, actually smells very nice. Now, it was close to the Tana Mongeau one that came out as well, because we were kind of like, is it similar? Is it the same?
That's the whole reason he bought it. I remember now.
Oh, but it smells nice.
That really does smell nice.
Do you guys want to smell it?
Well, if I remember correctly, I think that Tana's even smelled really nice.
No, Tana's did.
Alicia Amore's even smelled really nice too. I think hers was named Royal.
Marvelo Beauty.
Let me see.
You're saying marvelous. Is that just how they spelled marvelous?
Yes.
Okay.
We got this before Iggy Azalea decided to do that shit and support Tory Lanez, so we are no longer in support of Iggy Azalea or this, even though it does smell really nice.
I still like Iggy Azalea. Girl, it does smell really nice though.
It does. It's nice.
And the bottle
Tana's
was kind of
nice.
cute. Like you see in the front.
That bottle is much better than
not gonna
Tana's.
focus on
and
it,
that's
but-
originally what tipped people off, because that bottle was very cheaply made. And we even found the same bottle, I believe, in Five and Below.
And Alibaba.
Yeah, Alibaba had it
AliExpress.
too. Am I the only one who thinks Tana's perfume looks like Hot Topic perfume? Hashtag Tana by Tana. Sarah said, literally stolen right off the shelves of Hot Topic. But are we surprised? No. Hashtag Tana by Tana. Alice said, I have literally seen this exact perfume bottle in multiple colors at Hot Topic. Hashtag Tana by Tana. And this next screenshot was sent to me, so I don't know who to credit for it, but they said, Tana by Tana, LOL, the same perfume bottle was at Five Below for $5. It better not be overpriced.
A lot of fucking places had that bottle, and she was saying it was custom.
And you know what? I'm not even knocking
Topic.
Tana for doing it like white label and having these people do it for and not doing it from the ground up, because a lot of people do that and they're very successful in that. But don't make it seem like you're doing one thing when you're doing something else.
That is the problem with so many of these influencer brands like Jacqueline, with many of the things that she does. Like, I'm so hands-on, I'm in the lab, I'm just mixing things myself.
Yeah, okay,
it turns out not to
girl.
be true. So every time an influencer's like, yeah, I was in there myself, I was doing it, unless they're showing the fucking proof of that and they're uploading clips of it, I'm not buying it.
One of the only influencers that does that I believe is actually Jeffree Star, because I believe he does go into his little lab or whatever he's got going on and he mixes some colors together and he's like, yeah, it's puke green, I love it, it'll accentuate my eyes.
Yeah. Speaking of Jeffree Star, someone sent me the screenshots over on TikTok Shop of him, and apparently he's not selling that well over on TikTok Shop, and people are like surprised by it because he's live 24/7.
He is all the time live. He lives on that thing.
Yeah. No, he really fucking does.
It reminds me of that like Roseanne episode. Do you remember when Jackie got the internet and I think David goes over and he's like, I'm going to unplug you, Jackie.
Yeah.
And he unplugs her and she's like, don't take it from me
Don't
now,
take it
man.
from me.
Let me back in. I'll quit tomorrow, I promise. Don't take it from me now, man.
That is Jeffree Star with TikTok Live.
Yeah, he's been giving a lot of people some moments over there on TikTok during his live streams.
I feel like he's going to end up really getting himself into a scandal.
Well, that one guy just tried to say that Jeffree was doing drugs on camera, and he was doing some like Flonase. Like, that guy made 2 fucking videos about Jeffree Star doing those drugs and like stood fucking with it. Even commented back to people like, he needs to be exposed for this. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's not your business.
It's
Like
certainly
shit.
not. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about Tana Mongeau. This whole perfume thing, like, it just has always felt scammy to me. And occasionally I'll bring up the Project 1111. Do you remember that?
No.
Well, Project 1111 was something that Jordan and Tana did when COVID happened, and they had all kinds of people donating money, and I ended up donating $1, and it was supposed to go to help people with like food and shit like that. Well, I donated my $1 to see where it was going, and it went to Jordan's PayPal. 1111 is a movement started to make an immediate impact against the coronavirus amongst its victims. There will be millions of people who never actually contract the virus itself, but instead will be forced to face terrible rippling effects of this disease. Link in bio. So me being the person that I am, since the first post on this Instagram was posted on April 2nd, and Tana said that $100,000 collectively had been raised, I wanted to see when this website was made. So I went over to the website Who Is, and for those of you that do not know what Who Is, what is that? It's a website that basically tells you the information of a website and when it was created. And I noticed that the creation date was 3/29/2020. And I was like, wow, you guys like move really, 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 really fast, which is very important in this time of the world that we're in now. So out of curiosity myself, I went over to the 1111 Project website to see just how you can donate money and how long it takes for it to post or whatever. And I donated $1 to test to see where this money was going. As you guys know, previously with Tana, when I bought her perfume, I noticed that PayPal will tell you where your money is going. So I donated $1, and this is where the money went. The money went to We Are Verified LLC. Now, you guys know that We Are Verified is Jordan's company. It went to We Are Verified. So that has never sat right with me, and it has literally never been addressed. So when Tana tweeted out the other day what her and Brooke should do a podcast about, I definitely think that would be one of them. Will she ever do it? No.
No, they definitely need to do a podcast of her support for James Charles.
Yeah.
Because Tana, like, hated James Charles, thought that he was disgusting, said all these things, said that he literally was, like, into kids.
And hurt
on
kids.
a fucking podcast. Then she took it back. Her and James Charles are friends. She got her little painted, like, Predator paint bucket.
Her
Then
Predator pail.
She runs into fucking Ethan Klein at the streaming Emmys or whatever award show that was, and says that she'll like call in and she'll disavow James Charles. That never happened.
No, she still follows him to this day. He follows her. They act like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
And that's why James Charles gets away with everything he does.
Yeah.
But if you guys made it this far in this video, leave me the skull emoji down below. That little 5 and below skull thing that Tana had going on with this perfume cracks me up every time. But aside from all of that, I hope you all have an amazing day, and we will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.